Hi guys, and welcome back. I've worked out there are two types of people in this world: wankers and liars. Which one do you fit in? I think there's about an equal amount of both, don't you? So my mate Sean's sent me a little clip through there of Michelle Scroggum in Parliament. I don't know exactly how long ago it was, but she was on about making sure there's plenty of money for the upkeep of the A590 and the A595. When I spoke to her, she said they were looking for an alternative, and the alternative has been given. If I can go through just like a couple of bits about it, it's 11 miles long, straight, as opposed to 29 miles up and down Dale. It would come out at the 11 miles, that includes right to Lindell, okay? It's about 550 million, and that was with a bit of contingency in there, and I explained why. The returns on it are approximately £155,000 a day, which is 55 million a year. That's taken into consideration 22,000 vehicles, and it's going to go up. 22,000 vehicles, and that was dividing them into cars and trucks. £5 for cars and 25 quid for trucks. Whatever. I mean, it's a guesstimate, but I think it's pretty close. It's obviously a toll road. We've got private investment there, which, I mean, there are companies that just specialise in that, but we need it here. We really need it. We need an Ulverston bypass as well. The Ulverston bypass would only be 3 miles long, and it comes out at Lindell, and it starts at the Doggin roundabout, and it follows the old railway line that used to go to Coniston Head Priory, and then it cuts across just in front of Ulverston Golf Course and over and finishes up down the flat there at Lindell. It's been well thought out by me, and I've always said it's a bit of a dream, but we do need to get something because these roads are becoming treacherous. And as far as the A595 is concerned, you put a road over a Millen, which is only a mile or Haverick, and you don't need that road. They can come along the bridge or from the Ulverston bypass, and then they could go across the bridge there, just near Askham, straight across. And how much have they put aside for the Grisbeck thing? 30 million or something. You're probably only looking at double that. And again, it would be a toll road. You'd pay £3 for that, wouldn't you? As opposed to going right the way around Broughton and everything. I know I would. Then there's the carbon footprint as well. I mean, it's all concrete, isn't it? There's not a great deal of materials being used that grow out the ground, is there? With concrete. But on top of that, you're contributing to reducing carbon monoxide in the air. 11 miles across there as opposed to 29, and 1 mile across there. Is it 23, 26 miles right the way around to Millen? That would also cut it off from going to Coniston. That Coniston road wouldn't be used anymore, so there's no need for any upgrades on the A590 or the A595 if they get built. Then there's Walney, isn't there? I worked out a bridge on Walney when I was in my nutcase period while I was in hospital, and by the Ormsgill Hotel there, where the dual carriageway is, you can put a big roundabout there, okay? And from that roundabout, you head straight across through the old slag bank. You can use the stuff of it. You don't need a bridge across there. You can put a road with tunnels in pipes in it, or you can just make it one solid road. And it would come out there at the back of, what's it called again? That bloody lane. Mill Lane, yeah, another roundabout there. So then you've got two ways over. You've got one across from Ormsgill, and you've got the bridge. Problem solved. I'm going to try and get to Durham tomorrow, if I can, to see the cricket, the one-dayers. I watched the Indian final, the Big Bash or whatever it's called, the Indian League. And in the final, of course, was a Barrel Adley and Livingston, and they won. So I got talking to some guy, and he said he was actually fighting in India once. I said, get out of it. He said, yeah, honestly. He said, we're fighting there. He said, now all of a sudden these Indians come over on flying carpets. I said, get off. I said, you're going to say that you shot them down? No, he said, it's okay. He said, they were allied. Dad joke, sorry about that one, but I had to get it in. Listen to this dog. They let this dog out and it just barks. Just barks and barks and barks. They just let it out. It never bloody stops. That's better. I don't know whether you can hear the birds all around. It's great, isn't it? Those bloody, first thing in the morning, those the blackbirds, they sing great. You can hear them. And if you play a bit of music, they sing even louder. It's a bit of a cloudy day, as you can see today, but there's Thord up on hill. On this camera, it makes it look far away, but if I go like this, I can probably show you how it really looks. That's about the size of it, of how it really looks from here. So I won at bingo the other day, 15 quid. It was a draw. It was 30 quid, but it was a draw. We both got it. And but better than now. This one got a laugh the other day. I haven't told it in years. Got to finish off with a bit of a dad joke. Carry on. This piece of string goes into a pub and he said, I want a pint of lager. He said, but you're a piece of string. He said, yeah, that's all right. I want a pint. He said, there you go. Next night, piece of string comes in. Pint of lager, please. Oh, go on then, mate. This goes on all week. Anyway, at the end of the week, this piece of string comes in. Bits hanging out all over the face. Just looks, he's been in a massive fight. And the barman said, don't tell me you're a bit of string and you want a pint of lager. No, he said, I'm afraid not. Sorry. I laugh at all my old jokes because I know what's coming. I'm not going to go on about all my shit now because I'm just going to deal with stuff myself. I'm not going to bore you with it all unless something comes to fruition, which I don't know whether it's going to, whether it's not, but I'm concentrating on other things, which I might tell you about soon. So from the balcony, live in Ulverston, as I say, I always say, I've got to go because if I don't go, I can't come back. And once again, the pleasure's been all mine. Bye.